go time. It's Kugel time. This is the much delayed, much anticipated, often discussed, never conceived, or executed potato Kugel.
Here we go. Okay, I'm here to join you.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna put my hair up
Will it be?
and wash my hands, and then I'll start peeling potatoes for you. You can talk to the camera. How about that?
Thank you. So, we vacillate between being peel on and peel off people. We've decided for this occasion to go for the partial peel, essentially just peeling off the parts of the potatoes that are less desirable to be eaten.
What's that?
And-
I like it.
Yeah.
Those are my instructions, and I follow them.
Well, and you know, peel itself has some peel. But
Okay.
texture, flavor, color. Will is going to just go at like this kind of thing right here. We can take that off.
Yep.
But don't necessarily have to take all of the peels off all of the potatoes, just the nasty looking parts. And I will get the onion ready for the process. So in the past, we have used Noreen Gillett's potato letka recipe as a standard, which is half potatoes shredded and processed and half just shredded. And the key part to a really delicious letka and kugel is getting as much of the moisture out of the potatoes as you can possibly squeeze with your own human hands. And I know that some people use cheesecloths and they twist and they tie and they try to remove the moisture that way, and that's fantastic. We've also found that by preheating our cast iron casserole dish, also known as a Dutch oven, in our oven, that by making sure that the entire dish is hot, that the kugel will crisp on all sides. And this year we've also decided to follow our friend Phyllis Grossman's advice and get some muffin cups ready.
We should probably stick those in the oven too, babe.
So we'll put this in the oven as well, get this all heated up too. And then we'll use some of our schmaltz to lubricate the muffin pan, as well as as you can see, the Dutch oven that we have we may be able to see the Dutch oven we have in the oven right now. Potatoes, onion, eggs, matzo meal. We still have matzo meal left from the mutz that Will and I made. And we're going to go into batch 2 of matzah tomorrow.
We'll have to.
Very good.
We're making gefilte fish tomorrow as well. Get your fish ready.
Gefilte fish tomorrow. Amazing. Get your fish on. We're going to. I'll post that recipe when we're done here.
Yeah.
We also have to do our brisket babysitting club.
Oh my goodness, we're so far behind today.
And it's Sunday. I did my radio show this morning. I had Bill Jones on from the Deer Home Farm in
Cowichan Valley.
Cowichan Valley. Thank you. When I first said I think Cowichan Lake,
yeah.
He said Cowichan Valley, and so I was sort of gun shy. I've never been there, so meeting somebody and talking about a place that you've never been before was a little bit intimidating. I kind of took my unprepared mode.
Monkey.
What's that?
Monkey.
I took my unpreparedness to a new level, and I had another guest who was supposed to be on the show who couldn't make it, and I was very pleased that Bill could jump in and be our guest today.
Dwayne says hi.
Hey, Dwayne. Dwayne Bell?
Dwayne Bell.
Awesome.
He says, so excited.
Hi, Dwayne. So we're making our potato kugel today. And again, potatoes, onions, eggs, matzo meal. I'm going to give my hands a good wash, Willa, before I go any further here. I started washing before the demo began. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Did I get them all? Almost. This guy.
So you can see that Willa is selectively peeling the potatoes. We are not total peel off potato people.
We also clean these guys beforehand, so they're not
Washed.
nasty.
They're thoroughly washed. But there is a lot of texture and flavor and nutrition that is in the peel of the potato that if you peel it all and throw it all away, you don't get the benefit of. So
my dad used to say, put hair on your chest.
Put hair on your chest to peel the potatoes.
Yeah.
Well,
so you have it. So we're using our food processor.
Yeah.
Often these guys have two sizes. So the large size and the small size, and we're using the large size.
I believe you want the larger size.
We want the larger size.
I think so.
I believe you. Okay.
And let's, I guess we'll cut these down to size to make it through the...
Yeah, to make it through the thing.
There we go.
Okay.
And then do we need a bowl for it to, well, I guess we'll all be done together.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Oh, that works, right? That's so crazy. So fast.
So Dwayne is the owner of Rhino Coffee. And I sent Dwayne our Passover menu. All the dishes that we've been demoing so far on Facebook that are now up on our website, kafranskis.com, are going to be available for a one night only, second night of Passover. That's April the 9th, from Rhino Coffee. RhinoCoffee.com, Rhino Tofino.
RhinoCoffeehouse.com, I believe it is.
Rhino Coffee House. Say it again.
RhinoCoffeehouse.com.
Amazing. And
Jesse's watching.
yay! Jesse's watching.
Nice. I hope he's doing well out in Toronto.
Yes, and it's Jesse was at many of our seders, and it was always wonderful to have him at the table.
Now, are we?
You're getting to the capacity of the.
I feel like I am. So there's larger bits that obviously have not gotten through.
Right. So we'll do another batch with those ones, and then with the let's squeeze out the water from the first ones. We'll put them in a bowl.
Yeah. So it actually, as with this, how it always happens, it's like built up on one side. One side is full of potatoes and one side is empty. There we go.
And getting all of the water out of these shredded potatoes is part of, as we said before, the magic to a crispy kugel.
You want to do that in front of the camera? Or are you going to do that over the sink?
I'm doing it over the sink because we're going to get rid of most of this. There. What was your idea?
Well, I know that you poo-pooed the idea of putting it in a cloth. But
Poo-pooed! No, well, we have cheesecloth and we can do it that way.
I don't know.
No, we
I
don't?
don't know where a cheesecloth is.
We could just use a tea towel.
A tea towel works, though.
Cool. I didn't poo-poo.
Oh, we do have a cheesecloth. Look at that.
I don't know that I poo-pooed. There's no poo-pooing.
Okay.
Cool.
So, cheesecloth.
So we're shredding potatoes, and we're going to shred the onions as well. We're going to add 6 eggs in this recipe.
Yeah, half a dozen eggs.
6 eggs.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. There we go.
Wonderful. And we're going to use some of the schmaltz.
Yeah.
for the pans, muffin tins as well. So we're going to make some of the potato kugel into individual muffin tins, which will be perfect for serving, and will be all kinds of crispy on all sides. Should be amazing. Look at all the water coming out of our potatoes. And we're going to finish the shredding of the potatoes.
Yeah, and we'll shred the onions too?
And we'll shred the onions as well, yeah. Then we'll fold in the eggs by hand after that.
Okay. Do you want to keep...
I don't think there's anything to reserve this water for.
No, I meant, do you want to keep squeezing and I'll finish
Sure.
shredding?
I will do the squeezing and Will will do the... we're shredding with the potatoes, thank you.
Thank you.
Again, a very simple dish. See?
Sorry. I'm gonna give it a really bouncy top.
You're okay. Potato kugel. Kugel is really a Yiddish word for casserole, dish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, kugels can be savory or sweet. Kugels can be, so you've had
I've had,
noodle pudding,
yes, love the noodle pudding.
which is also known as noodle kugel. They can be served hot or cold. My experience with Jewish food is that there really isn't a right way and a wrong way. This may have been the way that you did it in your family, or the tradition that you came from, you would have done it a certain way. But I'm not one of the kinds of people who really gets all totally judgy about it should never ever be that way. You know?
No?
There are people though, Will, I'm telling you that there are people who think that their tradition is the only tradition that should or does exist. And I get a lot of pleasure in learning about how different people, well, this whole Easter and Passover thing, when Will and I first moved in together in Toronto into our condo, we had just enough room. If you ran one long table down the length of our living room and dining room for 25 people to sit, but not enough room for any of those 25 people to move during the entire...
Go to the bathroom before you sit down.
Exactly. Some of those people had to literally leave through the patio to walk around to the main entrance to get back into the building. But...
Can I give you some more of this?
yeah, we had 25 people. We found that out because we had 25 people join us for Passover.
Yeah.
And then again for Easter 2 weeks later.
So are we going to be mixing in this bowl?
Yeah, so I'll put these potatoes in that bowl.
And then we'll swap.
Sure.
And I'll do some ringing.
Is that all empty? Yeah.
Mostly.
Thank you.
No problem. I haven't done the onion yet, but I thought I'd get the potato up before I did the onion.
Awesome. And I guess I'll just crack the eggs directly into here.
Do it.
Eggshell is that secret ingredient that no one should ever put into any dish ever.
Did you just put a secret
No.
ingredient in there?
No.
Okay.
That was me trying to be funny though. Because your back was turned, you wouldn't know any different. But they will tell you.
You weren't frantically rummaging through the...
But who hasn't in their lifetime
Oh my goodness.
gone diving for...
So many cakes.
Oh my gosh, the worst. Actually, you know what? My when I was at George Brown College as a student, they did demos, and Xavier Deshays, who, that's right, at the time, was the darling of the Toronto... Ooh, this was one of our hard-boiled eggs from the other day. We did a demo last week.
you want me to go grab another egg from my parents' house?
We may have to steal an egg. We have
Okay.
5 instead of 6. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. Oops.
So I went to a Xavier Deschamps cooking demo with my sister, Meredith,
Oh yeah.
and
Spill water everywhere. Sorry, guys.
Chef Deschamps. Yeah, sorry, folks. Cracked some egg into his it was a souffle dish or quiche, mushroom quiche
Quiche.
dish, and it's all it is a demonstration that everybody at some point in their life will crack an egg into something that everybody at some point will make a mistake, and
True.
he was awesome to watch. I'm going to add a little salt to this at this point.
Salt and pepper. I will go. I think this is pretty good.
Should I
can
leave you
check
on
that
camera
out.
by yourself while I go?
No, I'm gonna go get an egg because I don't want to be on camera by myself. You're gonna have to deal with this onion too.
And we should open the patio door before the fire alarm goes off for the smoke.
Right.
So I've added a good teaspoon and a half there, maybe.
Okay.
Half a teaspoon. 3/4 of 2/3 of a teaspoon.
Okay.
You squeeze this out.
I squeezed that out. You can squeeze it some more, but oh my goodness, those onions. I don't know why I'm
Onions
so.
all in here.
Yeah. Some of them need to be chopped a little bit more. Okay. I'm off on my mission.
So, potato kugel. If you're just tuning in, Willa and I are doing a series of Passover-related dishes that started with our chopped beef liver, Eleanor's beef liver recipe, and then went on to how to cure a brisket. We made matzah one day, and out of the matzah, we made matzah meal. And out of the matzah meal, you did a nice job squeezing these potatoes.
Thank you.
Out of the matzah meal, we did kishka. And then, of course, out of the matzah meal, we did matzah balls. And we showed the matzah ball recipe yesterday. And guess what we had for lunch today? Matzah ball soup. And loving every minute of it. This is super fun. So we didn't manage to do this recipe before. She's right. On Friday, I'm gonna chop some of these bigger pieces of onion that didn't get quite fine enough by hand, and I can do these potatoes too. Actually. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this blade, this finer blade. So one of the great joys of my life, I've had many, but last year I got asked to co-host the B'nai B'rith Gala fundraiser in downtown Toronto with Noreen Gillets. And as part of our celebration of the 25th anniversary of Noreen's, so we're going to
you're gonna blitz those?
Yeah, with the blade.
Amazing.
Which was Noreen's, thank you, Willa, which was Noreen's method.
Yes.
So reserving half of your potatoes from the shredded potatoes, and then using the blade on those potatoes to make a really fine.
Beautiful.
Mixture?
I brought 3 eggs, just in case things go sideways.
3 eggs.
Twice.
I like your planning
There's
nature.
one for you. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
just.
So I'm going to run this through the food processor one more time with the very sharp blade and half of the potato mixture. And getting to make Noreen's latkes and Noreen's kugel with Noreen a year and a half before she passed was kind of like the opportunity of a lifetime. And she was so sweet to me.
How can I help?
Well, I think we're
Adding this egg?
adding the egg and the pepper. I added salt, but not pepper.
Okay. There's an egg. Ooh, that's a nice bright yolk.
Beautiful yolk. So 4 pounds of potatoes, all of it shredded, all the potatoes squeezed of excess water, and then about half of those potatoes were added back into the food processor with the metal blade into a finer grind. So there's 2 grounds of potatoes as well as the onions, and 6 eggs.
6 eggs.
Matzo meal, no matzo meal in this recipe?
I mean, we could put some in. Let's maybe mix it up and see how wet it is, because the matzo meal will absorb some of the liquid from the potato, right?
Right. So, but the recipe that we're following has no...
Didn't have any in it, but that doesn't mean that we can't add some. Because matzo meal is delicious. It actually does taste like it. Matzo meal tastes like it.
Well, it might give this a little bit of body.
Yeah?
But at the same time, now we've been heating our Dutch oven, cast iron enameled cookware in the oven. We also started heating up our muffin pan.
Yes, we did. I'm just going to wipe stuff down so that we were able to put our Dutch oven on the
And our plan is to oil up, down, and all around the inside of the Dutch oven and the muffin tins.
Yeah.
And then in doing so, we will get a nice crust on the outside of the
like the crispy bits in brownies. The crispy part of the...
Everybody likes the crispy part?
Everyone loves the crispy part. Okay. Okay. Here.
So...
Is that ready to go? Are you happy with the look of it?
You add the pepper,
I add the
salt.
pepper.
There's no matzo meal in here at all.
No.
It's just potatoes and eggs and onions.
Sir, do you want some matzah in there? Noreen's recipe had matzah, and that's why Zane's fixated on it. Let's add matzah.
No, you know what?
Let's add matzah. Matzah's not gonna hurt. A little matzah doesn't hurt anyone.
This is the matzah meal that Willa and I made together. We made our own matzah, and then we pulverized it into this luscious,
rustic, artisanal. How much matzah meal do you want to add?
I don't know.
Okay.
Or we should put it with, yeah, exactly. See how some of the water's pooling here?
Yeah, okay. This is about a quarter of a cup.
Quarter cup.
I'm going to shake half of it in, and you're going to mix it, and you're going to tell me if you want more.
I'm using a spoon. Okay. You know what?
You happier? You are happier. Do you want more than that?
No, I think it's good. And there's no oil in here either.
Yeah, right. We need to add oil. See, it's good. That's why good thing I took you around.
I was
like 6-ish tablespoons. Do you want to think about that?
6-ish tablespoons. That's 2. That's 4. But it's 6 just for this or 6 for both?
6 for this, 2 for the container, and then 2 you sprinkle on top afterwards. Ish. It's cooking
Quite a lot
by...
of oil.
That is quite a little of oil.
6-ish tablespoons.
Yeah. We're doing it. Now again, we're using, that was bacon fat. You started using my facial expressions. But we're not kosher. And we don't, and there's a schmaltz and
Shortage. The Great West Coast schmaltz shortage.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the pan out of the oven. You're gonna add some schmaltz to the pan.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Did I open the? I did. I was gonna bring it over here. So
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, guys.
Best part ever.
Thank you.
That'd be the best part ever, eh? No,
Not really.
not for anybody.
Not for anybody.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Worst.
I just knocked over the food bowl.
Got it.
I was gonna put this down.
That's good.
I've tried to get all the sides with oil. It's a little bit difficult. This pan is stinking hot. Okay. So we're not going to use all of it in there because we have a muffin tin that we're going to try out too. So we're going to spread it off to the sides.
Here's that. Is that right?
Okay.
And some more schmaltz for the top.
Oh, we'll add the schmaltz at the top after
Later.
it's finished cooking, yeah. So this just goes back in the
Yep.
thing? Do we need a top on it?
I don't think so.
I'm going to pull out these guys.
Yep.
I'm going to add a little bit to them too.
Do we have the blue?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do. Do you want to
We'll make
oven
this.
it? Sorry.
How many of these do you think we can realistically? Actually, we can make a dozen.
I think we could probably make a dozen. Do you want to scoop the scoop?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
There you go.
This would be fantastic.
I wish we had a proper scoop lid. But I think unless you want like a half cup scoop.
I think that works. Yeah, half of the scoop should be great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That should be good. And,
Okay. Or do you want to just go plop, plop, plop? I don't know what's best.
well, you want to do some each or
Yeah. Well, we'll see how much. I
Half
think
cup?
that works. Half cup's a little full, but I think
a
half
little
cup.
less? Should we fill it just to the top?
I guess it's not going to expand, right?
No.
So you don't have the problem like you'd have with baking of it going all over the place. That's really nice. So, a trick I learned from baking is to fill up the rest of the tins with water, just to help with heat distribution.
Interesting.
Yep. Okay. So this one didn't sizzle when it went in, but it's probably not as hot as the Dutch oven because the Dutch oven's been in there for almost a full hour. Okay. And so this all cooks for 45 minutes, an hour-ish?
I think it's going to be about 45 minutes. It should be a nice golden brown on all sides. And of course, you don't want to go into the darker than golden brown territory. But we'll come back and check it in about 45 minutes, see how we're doing. Thanks for coming along on the ride with us. Dwayne will be offering a takeout only Seder meal at Rhino Coffee. So it's rhinocoffeehouse.com. And here in Tofino, we're going to do a limited number of Passover dinners, $30 each. And sampling of all of the dishes that we've been making here for you. So we'll have to reprise many of these.
It's true. So Phyllis said that our pan probably should have been a little bit hotter because if it's not sizzling when it goes in, if the oil's not really hot, they might stick. So we'll find out.
Yeah. The Dutch oven was hot. That sizzled.
The Dutch oven was hot enough. It was the other pans that might not have
and those they aren't going to hold their heat very, very well. But thanks, Phyllis. Thanks for tuning in. And Phyllis Grossman, PG Catering in the Toronto area. And she does Kishka for the Stars. That would be my mother, of course. Thank you all for watching us today. This was our potato kugel. Potato kugel will come out of the oven, golden brown. We'll have the braised brisket. We'll make a gravy with the braised brisket as well. And a wonderful and important part of the Seder meal. You'll love this dish. Thanks for tuning in.